Good morning, guys. Today is Motivational Monday, and I am super excited because it's an awesome day. We've got an incredible month. This is the last month for realignment, and there's a lot of exciting things there. Definitely an amazing month, to make a comeback. So, what I wanted to talk about today is habits and how important habits can be. Now, when it comes to habits, it can take a little bit of time to build them. And there's a lot of times where people have habits and they start them and they're just not able to see it through, or maybe they're breaking a bad habit. And it's, definitely been a very emotional and difficult process to try to do that. So today I want to talk about habits. Now, most of this is coming from the book, The Power of Habits by Charles D. So definitely take a look. It's an amazing book. I've read it before, and his formula is something that everybody's used. There's even a Harvard survey that was done that indicates that the Power of Habits formula is one that actually works. Now, I would say that there has been a lot of research, and habits will take between 21 days to complete of doing consistency, or 30 times. Now, I say 30 times because there was a Harvard survey done, and what they found is traditionally habits are known to have been built over 21 days or to break after 21 days. Harvard in their surveys found that it can take that, but it can also be up to 30 times successfully. So if you're breaking a bad habit, it can take 30 times of consistently not doing that habit to break it, or 30 times to consistently do something to build a habit. So keep that in mind. Know that it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm excited. I'm going to break down this video today. Let's dive. So when it comes to habits, you have to understand there's three core parts of a habit. The first one is a cue, second one is routine, and the third one is a reward. I would say for these three, I could do a whole video on each of these three. So it's a huge component, and there's a lot of, different material and educational material, books, seminars on each of these three individually. So I'm just going to go over the brief overview, and hopefully it helps for your Motivational Monday today. So first of all, let's talk about the cue. So the cue is, what's your why? Why are you wanting to build this habit, or why are you wanting to remove it? Now, as you're building a habit, let's say working out, for example, you have to understand, once you have your cue, you have to have it very detailed. And not only do you have it detailed, but I talk about this all the time, you want to have it visual, have it in front of you, put it on your mirror, put it on your wall, have, like, if you're doing a workout, have your equipment out in front of you, so that even when you're not working out, when you're going about your day-to-day activities, you're seeing that equipment, you're reminding yourself this is something you're moving towards. If it's breaking a bad habit, the same thing. The cue is very important. The more powerful the reason, the why, the easier it's going to be to just continually build that. And again, keep in mind, it can't just be in your mind. Your cue has to be something visual that you can see every day, so you don't have to just think about it, but you can see it. So putting something on your wall, quotes, things on your mirror, having something in your workstation if your habit that you're trying to build is work-based, it's very important to have that there. So let's section, which is the routine, and that's a priority. Now, I know for me, when I first started working out again, it's been a little bit, I all of a sudden have all this envision of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. One of the concerns with a routine is when you're trying to build a habit, especially after like the 5th or 7th day, you'll start to then want to do so much more. And that's a risk that everybody faces, so you're not alone in that. Keep in mind, when with the routine, you've got to have it every day, but also start small. Build a habit first with something and then build from there. If you try to tackle too much, then it will easily derail the routine. So if, like, you decide you want to eat healthier, that's a great habit, but don't try to remove everything unhealthy from your eating structure, because then it will be so much harder to actually accomplish a healthy eating lifestyle. So the other thing about priority each day, a couple tips, when we look up on how to make it a priority. One, it's, technology is a core part of who we are. So have a Google or Siri or some kind of calendar reminder that comes up on your phone every single day on your habit. If it's a workout, obviously that's going to be cueing you to actually go and work out. But any other habit that you're either quitting or building, have something that reminds you, hey, this is, make sure to do your habit today. Make sure to do this on your calls today. And have it before when the activity starts, so you get that reminder that this is a priority you set aside. The other thing about priority, you're going to hear the same thing from the cue, you. Have something visual to remind yourself. One of the best ways for a priority every day, especially when it comes to habits, is have a chart that you have to check off. I did this today. I succeeded today. I, did that. And if you missed it, have a chart so you can see that you missed it, restart, and build that habit. Don't let it demotivate you. Let it motivate you that you're going to hit your goal. I'll dive into the final one, which is the reward. And that's celebrate success. Now, I made a video on reward. I actually did it when I was on vacation, so I'm not going to go too reiterating. You have to have a reward for everything. Have a daily reward for accomplishing your goal. Have a reward at the end of the 21 days or the 30 times, whichever one you go with, to celebrate the success. Have a reward, at a 6-month mark. Rewards are absolutely essential. They do so much for us, so make sure to have a reward planned. The thing I want to go over is just a brief acronym for you, which is GROW. Really helpful acronym for habits, and so that is goals. Have a key goal for your habit. The R is the reality. Make it part of your daily life. Options, keep in mind you're choosing to have this habit, and the power of that option is you could choose not to do it, but you're choosing to do it, so celebrate that. And then finally, W is willpower. Keep in mind, willpower is going to be the most important thing to keep in consideration when you're building habit. It is going to take effort. You are going to feel a little bit of that burn. There's that old quote, that somebody asked, what's the difference between a master and a student? A master has failed more times than the student has attempted. So if you're building that habit and you fall off or you miss a day, that's okay. It happens, but don't give up. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep moving. And keep in mind, when the habit is accomplished, it's still going to take effort to continue to do it every day or to not go back to those habits, but it's going to become easier because everything aligns with your progress. I hope this was helpful today, guys. Habits are just so important. They're so powerful. I'd say at the end of this video, take a second and write down what is something that you've wanted to accomplish or that you're working on accomplishing, and you constantly going back and forth. Write that cue, figure out a way to put it as part of your daily routine, and then have a reward system built so that you can actually hit that goal. Hopefully this was helpful, guys. Today's Monday. I'm excited. It's going to be a beautiful week. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week now, okay?